Hey guys, Dwayne here. I'm actually working on a couple other videos, but I wanted to post one today, so I decided to do this random thoughts video. These are random thoughts that I had just this last weekend when I was riding my bike. All right, first up, I've mentioned this before, when I'm riding my bike or going for walks, I always wear a neck knife. Why? Well, in case I'm attacked. Most probably by dogs. All right, I want to have a weapon easy to get to, lightweight, can draw it with either hand without looking. All right, I know where it is. Okay. Anyway, so I'm riding my bike and I'm thinking, what am I going to say when somebody asks me, why are you wearing a knife around your neck? Well, I envision the conversation going something like this. I'll ask them, have you ever been attacked by dogs when you're riding your bike? And they'll say no. And I'll say, well, I'm thinking if you're attacked by dogs when you're riding your bike, the odds are not good for you unless you have an edge. Get it? All right. Stand by. Every time I see a dove, I think of this story. Long time ago, I was dating a woman named Daphne. She was very smart. She was actually a lawyer, and she read a lot, so she knew a lot of different stuff. So one time we were talking on the phone, and all of a sudden she said, "Oh my God!" And I said, "What?" And she said, "I was watching these two doves in my backyard, and then a hawk swooped down and took one of them." I'm like, "Oh man, that sucks." And she said, "No, it's worse than that." She said, "Doves mate for life. So now this other dove is going to spend the rest of his life alone." Yeah, that's pretty sad. A few days later, we were talking on the phone again. And she goes, "Oh my God." And I said, "What happened?" And she said, "Remember those two doves?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "The hawk just came back and took the other one." Oh man, that's beyond strange. What are you gonna do? Way back in the 1960s, the late 1960s, when I was in elementary school, our teacher did an experiment. Um, I guess that's what you would call it, a social experiment. She said, she told us to divide up by your eye color. Blue eyes over here, brown eyes over here, other colors over here. Okay? And I don't remember what the ratios were, but there were some kids in each group. My eyes are hazel, kind of greenish blue, so they put me in the other group. Okay? Then she told us, this is just an experiment. This is not true. This is just an experiment. We're just doing an experiment. We're like, okay. We were really, really young. We didn't know what was going on. Okay. She said, in this experiment, we're going to pretend the kids with blue eyes are superior. They are better than the rest of you. The kids with blue eyes are superior. The kids with brown eyes are inferior. They're not as good. They are below the blue-eyed kids. Okay? All you other colors, you are neutral. You're going to observe. Okay? I don't remember how long the experiment lasted. 2 or 3 days, I think. Maybe it was a whole week. Anyway, it was interesting. I wish they had done it when we were older so we could really understand what was going on. But this is what I remember. The blue-eyed kids, the teacher purposely did this, purposely set them up. She gave them better seats, the best desks in the classroom, They got to go 5 minutes early at lunchtime. They got to go to lunch 5 minutes early. The brown-eyed kids had to be behind them. Couldn't go until after the rest of us, I think. And the blue-eyed kids were told, "You're better than the brown-eyed kids, so we don't want you sitting with them at lunch. We don't want you playing with them at recess." It was devastating for the brown-eyed kids. All right. It really was. And the blue-eyed kids started to believe it. They started to believe that they were inferior. They were calling the brown-eyed kids brown eyes. Don't talk to brown eyes. And these were kids that were, these were nice kids. We didn't have gangs or any of that crap back then. But this was the beginning of that crap. Racism and so on. Okay? Yeah. And at the end of the experiment, the teacher asked each kid to, I don't remember if we gave a verbal presentation or if we wrote down, I think we wrote it down, what we thought, what had happened, what did we learn. And yeah, like I told you, the blue-eyed kids started to believe it, and they were not nice to the brown-eyed kids. The brown-eyed kids were withdrawn and yeah, and those of us who were observing were in disbelief. Right? Anyway, yeah, just one of those random thoughts that went through my head when I was riding my bike. Take from it what you will. Have a great day.
Peace.